Okay, guys, I just wanted to make this video because a lot of people are struggling with qualifying in FUT Champions. Listen, first of all, look, from what I've been reading, it's actually quite easier to qualify for FUT Champs. To be honest, look, I know you're probably going to say, oh, Neil, it's easy for you to say. But for those who don't know, I actually have multiple accounts. And I was just messing around, testing things out. And to be honest, I was thinking I'd be up against decent players. It's actually quite easy. And you think, I think, especially because people don't understand the game. So you can see here on Reddit, a lot of people like Division 5 qualifying, getting 9 wins qualifying, 5-0, Division 4 players. Last year I was on 11 wins. So yes, it's going to be slightly more difficult, but don't worry because these are only the people that talk about them qualifying. I'm sure there's people in Division 4 that haven't qualified. So you have 17 tries in general. You can try about 2-3 times per week, and technically speaking, as long as auto qualification will be there, next week will be easier because everyone else would have auto qualified, and then you can argue there'll be a bigger pool of players, and the lesser skilled players you could argue would be in that pool. So don't worry about it too much. I mean, if you haven't qualified already, you should have probably at least tried. I went, for example, 2-0 in my first 2 games. I just gave the other 2 games away so I can get the 4 or 5 games. I need to test some gameplay. That's why I wanted all 5 games. But you know, even the people that I gave just kind of messed around with. I think only one of them was like a decent player. And I know it's easy for me to say, but it's only one of them was like a decent player. So don't sweat it too much. Next thing is, look, when you're playing these games, don't go raw into the game. Don't just be like start the game, go into champs. Go into rivals, play a few games, and obviously, of course, I'm not in Division 5. This is just my account in Division 5. Come have to always put that bloody disclaimer there. People keep thinking I've got an account in every single division. This is my content creator account. I don't play on it. But look, what I'm trying to say is, look, what you would do basically is play maybe a game of rivals, 1 or 2 games, and then go in FUT Champions. Don't just hastily go into FUT Champions straight away when you start the game. Get a feel of the game. So if you go and take a break for 10 minutes, go play champs. And when you feel comfortable and you feel confident, then go into the game. That's one thing I wanted to say. Next thing is tactics. Now, you should have ideally had, look, to be honest, look, look, when you see the word meta in titles, I understand it's for SE. I know everyone already knows this, but there's always going to be that 1% and that might not understand this. I understand that some people are just young and they don't understand how the world works, unfortunately. But like everyone puts meta in their titles for SEO. There's actually quite a lot of good tactics out there. The top tier pro tactics, some of them are good, but like you just because you're playing, just because a pro plays a 5-back doesn't mean you should play a 5-back. Like to play with a 5-back is actually quite difficult. It's over defensive, but attacking, unless you're just playing counter attacking and parking the bus, it's actually very difficult to play. So have a different setup so you can see, look here, I got like a pressing tactic as an example. I got a narrow formation. I have like a narrow and kind of wide formation at the same time. Then I got a wide formation. So I have different variations of formations. So I can technically try things out. Try to go for like a defensive formation and then try to go for like an attacking formation as well, like a pressing formation. So you have a formation for all tries. Now, this is perfect to try on rivals. You know, if you go up in a game 1-0 up, then you can change like a more defensive formation and stuff like that. So don't panic too much at this stage if you haven't qualified. And what I'll just say is just practice. Super subs, you know, super subs are very, very important. You know, players like Lorente, I just think are so good because they're very versatile, dynamic players. They can play on the right wing, centre mid, right back, and wherever. There's something just to bear in mind as well. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video. A lot of people have been asking me about the FUT Champs qualifying. It's completely normal not to qualify. Remember, you're going to hear all the masses on Instagram and YouTube and whatever say, oh, yeah, I qualified. But do you think anyone's going to talk about their failures? You know, you see how everyone on LinkedIn, they post about how they got a new job next week. Do you think they're going to post that they got fired from their job? No. So just because you hear all the good things, don't just assume everyone has qualified. I'm sure other people out there that haven't qualified. Probably more people that haven't qualified than qualified at the end of the day. So it's something just to bear in mind. And I hope this gives you some information. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time. Peace.